Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, it is indeed time to ride with the Outlaw. But more importantly, right now, it's time to ride with WrestleRoni, because they have officially reached 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that is a monumental accomplishment. So I personally would like to congratulate Spooky Lou and the entirety of the WrestleRoni crew. And I hope that each and every single one of you watching at home right now will be at EIW Reindeer Games December 15th to watch myself take on Billy Knoxx one more time for that RSW Internet Championship. I hope to see you guys there.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup. I got the world by the balls.
Spooky Lou with a wonderful 4K subscriber special for me and for you. This should be fun for all of us. I hope so, because, man, it's been fun. Thank you. First off, thank you. Slowly but surely, we're steadily climbing. Hit another milestone, 4,000. Hey, it's not the biggest number in the world, but that's pretty damn cool. That's pretty damn cool in my book. So I'm excited about it. I hope you're excited about it, because if you are, I'm going to hook you up. If you hang in on this video, lots of unreleased footage. I'm cooking up something. I said, man, we got to do something to celebrate, you know? So, yeah, maybe I'll throw you a match from Krampus Mania. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do Papa and let's do Willie teaming together against Mount Kilpis from Krampus Mania this past weekend. Let's go ahead and get that out there. Phil, I still got some footage from Phil Picasso and the gang over at APW Australia. I'll go ahead and throw you a match from them. How about I give you some Roman cam footage, uncut Roman cam footage from matches, and yeah, unreleased footage there. What do you want? What do you want? I'll hook you up, man. Hopefully some of my friends come help me out. You know how we do on these specials. But for real, thank you. You make a guy feel special, man. Indie wrestling is kind of a niche within a niche, and doesn't pull great numbers. To have the numbers we do on this channel, I'm very grateful. To have the community we have, I'm super grateful. And yeah, man, I'm excited about it. I was going through, we're setting up for the Ronies 2023, so I made a playlist last night of all the different matches from 2023. And I was like, damn. We filmed some matches this year. We edited and uploaded. Hell, we launched the RSW TV over on the RSW YouTube. I was doing that in the meantime, not to toot my own horn, but toot. So, yeah, we was busy. But anyway, that's what I was saying. Let's go ahead and hop into the first match that was uploaded to this channel this year. My first trip to PWL, and what a beautiful relationship that would become. So, yeah, let's take a look at an oldie but goodie. I'll tell you all about it, and we got plenty of stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Let's have some fun. I love these people. I love this crowd. This is my first time meeting these folks. I love all the people in the ring, man. It hasn't even been a year, and I feel like I've known them forever. This is awesome. We got Cyclops in there. He's getting ready to come back this week at the Jeff Paul birthday bash. My homie Sid Myers, the naughty one, with Tyler Osborne. Recently got to pop up in RSW. Was happy to see that. Another great homie. You got Shawn Phoenix in there. You got Cyclops. We said that twice now. And my homie. So probably the one I've grown closest to over the past year, without a doubt. Outlaw Willie Storm. Love you, Bubby. What a good dude. And yeah, man, that's what I'm thinking watching this, is just how special that crowd is, and how I've become friends with a lot of them, and how that atmosphere is like no other. And how special that talent is, man. Like, Jeff's got a good roster up there. They recently just started their own TV show, Retro Reset Wrestling. Watch it on Roku. If you're in the area, watch it on local television. Couldn't be happier for them, man. Hoping to go up to the next show, or the next one after that, up the Crossroads Mall. Everybody's brawling outside. Let's see if I still got my commentary skills that everybody's telling me was great on the Thank you, by the way. Willie Storm off the apron takes everybody out. He was a good 2 feet in the air, I swear to God. Outlaw Willie Storm returns to EIW, in case you didn't know, for a Holiday Hell Death Match. We're getting ready for the Ronies. I'm leaving the power in your hands this year. Shawn Phoenix flies. That's right, since I made a mockery and whole deal of last year, this year you guys get to decide. Check out Cyclops. So glad that dude's healthy and coming back to kick ass. Back to the Ronies. Every day on Facebook, X, here on YouTube, all the socials. Check it out. I'm leaving the nomination process is even up to you guys. I'll tell you the category, give you some material to work with, like for match of the year. I gave you all a playlist of all the matches. It's the very first match. Is this the match of the year? I don't know. You tell me. For real. Since I made a farce of it last year, it's all up to you guys. Nominate your matches, your podcast of the year. We'll have shithead of the year. That'll be a fun one. Wrestler of the year, the whole deal. And we'll do the Ronies right this year, hopefully. So that's exciting news. We got EIW coming up. Everybody wants me to do a Christmas special. I don't know how I'll be able to do that with everything else. Shawn Phoenix with some knees to Cyclops' face. But it's an exciting time, man. 4K. All the videos getting steady views. Folks are excited about EIW. RSW just had their last show of the year. Knocked it off, kicked it off. What'd we do? We didn't kick it off if it started. We capped it off with a bang. Damn good show. I'll show you some footage from that. I'll tell you what, I was also thinking, let's just get this stuff I was going to give to members only. Let's go ahead and hook y'all up, man. Yeah, I was going to make it members only content, but the behind the scenes footage from EIW, you're going to see that in a little bit. All kinds of behind the scenes and exclusive footage that we're going to give to paid subscribers. I give it to you because I love y'all and we're happy we got 4,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Check it out. Tyler Osborne, Sid Meier's working together. Love seeing these two men together. Fun team. Fun guys. And that camera work, man. I don't know. I'd like to say I improved. The good brother Hunter, rumor has it he may be making his way to ref some matches in EIW, so that'd be cool. It was cool to see Hunter at RSW over the weekend. A lot of folks from up here in Beckley made the trip down to Monongah to check out the RSW show. That's a good 2-3 hour trip. God bless y'all, man. Hell yeah. Fun times in West Virginia, dude. The day I'm recording this, the Huff Manley Yeet controversy's going down. People are idiots. Huff Manley is one of the sweetest dudes in the world. Check out his podcast. You'll see what a sweet, great, everybody loves the guy. Never heard a bad word about him. So yeah, that is what that is. 4K, baby. Look at that goofy, spooky Lou walking around with his long-ass hair in the background. What's that all about? A new spooky Lou for me and for you. They're arguing. Oh, dissensions in the ranks back in January. I'm glad they made up for the most part. They're fighting each other, but it is a six-way, so, you know, every man for himself. But it's a rarity. Something you don't get to see often right here on the Roni. I'm proud of what we're doing, man. We recently inked some deals with Extreme Valley Wrestling out of Dayton, Ohio. Brings a very hardcore product. That's what we're looking for on the channel. But we want variety, so we went ahead and we hit up Real Canadian Wrestling. Boom. Going to have their footage on the channel. And one I'm very proud of, QWA, out of Queensland. Trent O'Day and the gang, Queensland, Australia, baby, represent. Of course, we got the ongoing deal with APW Australia, Phil Picasso and the gang. PWL when we can. They got a TV deal now, so that might be over probably. It was fun while it lasted. It was a good run, damn it. He hit him with the damn belt, but he's gonna pin him instead. That's okay. You do what you gotta do. He won, so he made the right choice. Stay tuned. All kinds of stuff you've never seen. I'm hooking y'all up, man. So this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. We'll whip some shit together like we did for the Halloween special, and you'll love it. I hope you love it. I'm not telling you to love it. I'm saying I hope you love it because you make me happy, in turn I want to make you happy. I appreciate the shit out of you. You don't know how much I do. Stay tuned. Watch some matches and some great stuff. You'll see. Most hated.
Say my name and I appear. WrestleRoni. 4,000 subscribers. Well, first of all, you're welcome. We know that my appearances have done great, and Logan and Trevor's appearances have done great, and clips of our matches have done great. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. The Unappreciated have done great. Now, Spooky, I will take nothing away from you. You work very hard. You're consistently filming and editing and recording podcasts and now running your own show. So I'll give you all the credit in the world for that. Just give me some credit right back. So here's to 4,000 more subscribers. Because what more could you want than to listen to the dulcet tones of Bake coming through your phone, laptop, tablet, or television? Well, make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, stay tuned. Because we'll be around.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road.
Wrestling faithful, we are here once again in Monaga, West Virginia at the Town Hall for Krampus Mania 3. And joining me right here by my side is the Real Shoot Wrestling President, Shawn Pugh.
Yes, it is the holiday spirits. It is time for Krampus Mania. Of course, this is the third Krampus Mania, and what a match to kick off tonight. Tag team match. You get the former champions, Mount Kilpis, taking on the combination of team. Known as the Rhinestone, Cowboys, Outlaw Willie Storm, and Paparazzi. What a team.
Yes, it is an
be interesting to see how Mount Kilpis works together. They've been having their problems a little lately, so hopefully they can work as a cohesive unit. Oh, we're getting started with a dance-off here.
Talk about a bowl full of jelly.
Little known fact, Holly's great-great-grandpa was a disco world champion.
I was not aware of that. Let's see if I can follow in those familiar footsteps. Wait a minute.
Got the music. Time to get down to business.
Not quite the climactic dance-off I was expecting, but this is a tag team wrestling match after all. Let's get things started here at Krampus Mania 3. Of course, the team of Outlaw Willie Storm and Paparazzi, they've teamed together a few times here in Real Shoot Wrestling, but a win here over the former multiple-time tag team champions, Mount Kilpis. They should serve them well in getting them up in the rankings for a tag team title shot.
Yeah, you got to think a win over Mount Kilpis right here is going to put them, if not near the top of the pecking order in the tag team championship division, right there knocking on a championship title.
Looks like Paulie Kilpis with a little bit of a power advantage, and if you're listening closely, you can hear Gannon Green really kind of admonishing Paulie Kilpis to take this match a lot more seriously here tonight.
Gannon Green's always been the stern voice of the tag team, and when he was being really stern with Paulie Kilpis, that's when they were on that championship run. So maybe that's what Paulie needs, is get back and focus again, just trying to keep it sharp.
Side headlock applied here from Paparazzi.
Power on power right there.
Paparazzi using that weight to his advantage. What's the leg here? And again, a lot of weight to have to kick out of on the part of Paulie Kilpis.
Paulie not used to being the smaller one in the ring, but he's got to be giving up a little bit to Paparazzi. Here we go, Outlaw Willie Storm, making the tag in there, working on Paulie Kilpis.
Alright, and now it is Paulie who takes the advantage. Willie Storm a little hesitant getting in there, and it cost him. Now no BS, Gannon Green comes in. Willie Storm. Quick tags here from the former tag team champions.
You can see the years and years of experience of being a tag team together. Gannon Green, Paulie Kilpis, quick in and out. Now they've got Outlaw Willie Storm trapped in the corner.
And a big smile across the face of Gannon Green. He's happy with how things are going so far.
And Green in there directing traffic.
Like they're going to throw Willie Storm as far as they possibly can.
Well, Willie Storm not a small man either.
Coming down on the back of the head, it looks like.
And Green and Paulie Kilpis, two powerful individuals though.
Come on, baby!
And once again, that shirt coming into play. Gannon seeing that shirt is something he can use to his advantage. And the whole ring moved with that big avalanche.
Mount Kilpis showing that tag team experience right here. Quick tags in and out, keeping the man trapped, using tag team maneuvers.
They must have been drinking some of that Mount Kilpis beer before the match because they're working like a well-oiled machine here. Oh, Willie Storm's feet nearly touched the ceiling on that double suplex.
Mount Kilpis showing why they are multiple-time tag team champions.
Now perhaps a little more double team action here for Mount Kilpis. Oh, but a double collision since both men down here, but Gannon Green right there in his own corner.
Referee's going to have to get track of this tag team match.
All right, Outlaw Willie Storm's in there. Comes in with a hard elbow shot right to the jaw of Polly Kilpis. And double collision there, Polly Kilpis.
It is deer season. You do see that quite a bit.
See if Polly can make the tag. He does. Willie Storm in a neutral corner, unable to tag out. Great opportunity here for No BS Gannon Green. Let's see if he can capitalize. And does he capitalize indeed with a big back suplex?
Come on. Yeah, and I'm right before you.
See if he can finish off Outlaw Willie. See with a second German. You just see that power. Willie Storm is not a small guy. Gannon Green with that perfect bridge, just effortlessly throwing the Outlaw from one side of the ring to another. I think the Outlaw might be done here tonight. Naga. Paparazzi though.
Like a cat.
One more.
Gannon Green says he's going to finish off Willie Storm. Try to go into the well one too many times here. Outlaw is able to switch in reverse. And look at that, a full Nelson suplex there from Outlaw Willie Storm.
Outlaw Willie Storm desperately needs to make it to his corner. Needs to get the tag to Paparazzi. Gannon Green reaching for Polly Kilpis as well. Referee with the count. Who's going to make it to their corner first? Here we go. Polly. Paparazzi.
All right, it's down to the 2 minutes. Started the match off. Paparazzi looks like he might be the fresher of the two. Willie Storm in there with a 360 roaring elbow. And Polly Kilpis just practically collapsed into the arms of Gannon. Outlaw Willie Storm hits him with a big cutter. Now Kilpis is in trouble here in the later stages of the match. Paparazzi looking to capitalize here. Perhaps measuring Polly Kilpis here. Seems to be talking a little trash. Not sure if now's the time for that or not. What's a hug? Is that what this is?
Polly Kilpis can't resist a hug.
There you see, he rolled him right in and baited him in and great.
All tonight, the hugs cost Polly and Gannon.
Your winners of the match, the team of Willie Storm and Paparazzi, the Rhinestone Cowboys.
Spooky Lou, EIW Warehouse, EIW First Blood, Last Laugh. Coming in about an hour and a half. That's crazy. Almost bell time, Billy Knoxx. What the fuck? Bell time.
Shirt spooky. Look at
Who is that? Hell yeah, we didn't get your face.
And I'll talk my shit.
I love it. That's fine too. I'll get it to you. Don't worry about it. Like, we've got the whole show, Bubby. You're next to the last.
I haven't been
You're
this far in
telling
the
me.
crowd.
You're telling me. You're telling me. Oh my goodness. Do
user? You want to go meet some fans?
Oh yeah, it's internet cheap. They're going in now. All right, go ahead and announce.
Oh, okay.
7.
Before we start, RSW Internet Openweight Champion, get your photos, meet Billy Knoxx.
We're about to go out. Love you. Thank you.
Love you, Bubby. Thank you.
Love you. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. Love you. Thank you. Love you. Thank you.
It's my fucking deathmatch game.
Give him a hell of a match.
Sand naughty.
Thank you. Hell yeah. Sam's no music. I got 2 cameras.
Sand
You're crazy. Fuck yeah. Thank you for coming.
I love you, Bobby.
Love you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you for coming, buddy. Hope you had fun. Rich Lawrence. Thank you for coming, baby.
You know Lawrence had to be here.
You're the man. If you were the man, you'd be the man.
Hey, yo, Anthony Rucker. My ass better get booked every once in a while. Hey, that was an awesome show. Love to see it. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, baby. Willie Storm.
Baby.
Yo, my Polly. Good shit, brother.
Yeah, fuck you,
El Grego.
Take a cut to the leg and get some free sets right there.
Okay, we've got a bonus match for you here in Real Shoot Wrestling at Krampus Mania 3. We've got Cowpoke Paul, you're familiar with him, taking on Jayce Karr. We'll say this, Jayce Karr may not have the best attitude, but the guy is willing to step up on short notice. He's stepped up multiple times here at RSW on short notice. And I believe he did the same thing here tonight to take on Cowpoke Paul. Let's see how he fares. Big yeehaw there from Cowpoke Paul to get the crowd going.
Cowpoke Paul, a favorite here at Real Shoot Wrestling. Good to see him back in the RSW ring.
Rode into Monongah, West Virginia for Krampus Mania 3. And slaps the hind end as he would with his trusty steed. Cowpoke Paul, the leader of the Cowpoke Posse. However, Shawn, I'm really not sure who the Cowpoke Posse consists of.
That's what the Cowpoke Posse is all about. It keeps it mysterious.
Cowpoke Paul maybe looking to do a little do-si-do in there with Jayce Karr. Got a nice handful of hair. The wavy curly mane of Cowpoke Paul not doing him any favors. He's going to hog tie him here. I don't believe I've ever seen a move like this. Got him all cinched up here. The wrists are trapped in his arm arms trapped around his own legs. Winding up. Really delivering that hard spank to just kind of a humiliating act there on the part of Cowpoke Paul. Jayce Karr looks like he's calling a night here.
Bring somebody out there.
Oh, look at that. Just by the ears.
Arm with the eyes.
Yeah, 2 thumbs right to the eyes. Nice maneuver there from Jayce Karr. I think Karr has had enough of the fun and games of Cowpoke Paul and getting a lot more serious here in this match. I may have spoke too soon as he looks to be playing with the hat of Cowpoke Paul.
I learned a long time ago, you don't mess with a man's cowboy hat. God, I think this is going to come back and bite Jayce Karr.
And Cowpoke Paul incensed. You're right about that. That just served to fire up the cowboy.
Cowboy strut.
And showing off a little too much here. And Jayce Karr able to regain his advantage. Boot straight to the head of Cowpoke.
Oh, Karr took those shots, yeah. Up, down.
Really putting his weight behind those body shots is Jayce Karr. And just you can hear the thud there on that hammering blow from Jayce Karr. And right to the throat. Back and forth battle here.
Karr favoring that hand.
And what a mighty chop there from Cowpoke Paul sends Jayce Karr down with a single blow. And hooks him, but Jayce Karr able to block. And reverse. Nicely done there from Jayce Karr. Hooks the leg.
Arguing with the referee. It's not the referee.
I can't remember the last time I saw somebody win with a regular suplex. And Cowpoke Paul able to get that boot up and get the elbow up.
Referee in the way. Cowpoke Paul directing traffic here.
And that may have cost Cowpoke Paul, as a matter of fact. Jayce Karr once again, quite a seesaw battle we got here.
Cowpoke Paul out of the corner like a train.
A good old-fashioned lariat. Cowpoke Paul. Trying to get his momentum here. Atomic drop. idea there from Jayce Karr, taking advantage while he can, and that's it.
Your winner of the match, Jayce
Boys, I feel so terrible for this, but I forgot to mention one little detail about the match. I was meant to make this match a #1 contenders match with a 10-minute time limit. Has just run out. Boys, I hate to do this to you. It's just, I really wanted this match to see a finish. But I guess there's no #1 contender for my heavyweight championship. This is the added stipulation. This match has reached the time limit. As inside as a brawl with no round.
He hails from Dayton, Ohio. He weighed in tonight at 227 pounds. Here's your reigning XPW Street Fight Champion.
You can give them to whoever you want. Whatever one you want to shove in your face later. I know. Later.
Oh, Erica, we just had it in for this opening contest, and your dad, I thought he was going to accept the challenge.
He should have, but you know, Nate loves to interfere with things. Like, my dad deserves this shot.
I mean, I'm definitely not going to disagree with you on that one. I definitely think that was a good face coming out of that curtain to take on Ganger, but it doesn't look like he's going to tonight.
I think it's bull honky, so I hope Ganger handles Nate McClane so well tonight in this match, because that's just straight up rude. There's only a handful of people that I would ever consider for being a street fight champion, and that's Ganger, Gigi, and my dad.
Oh.
It looked like Nate didn't even realize what he was doing. He's wearing dress shoes and dress pants. He looks fancy. Why is he in a street fight right now?
I mean, he just got bit in the head by Ganger. I mean, I think that was a bad decision on his behalf to come out here and try to mess with these guys. And from behind. Come on.
Yeah. I don't want. Oh, not the kendo stick on the chair. Ow! He's flopping around like a dead fish.
Oh my God, I was going to say that. I swear to God. So you know what? Yeah, we think alike.
My dad better get up real soon and take his spot back.
He doesn't look very good right now.
Ganger throws Nate out of the ring. It looks like Nate's trying to get away. Maybe he should have just stayed at home.
I mean, yeah, that's probably a good idea for him. But he's not that smart. Oh! But I think Ganger's trying to knock some sense into him.
Someone needs to.
Oh, yeah.
getting a little bit of fire back in some sort of sense. Not the fanny pack.
Oh, geez. Yeah, but what's in the fanny pack? I know it's not girls' numbers. I know that.
It looks like a chain. He probably should put medication in there, too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And he's choking Ganger with his chain. Oh. Yeah, but I'm not too thrilled to see you.
I'm not too thrilled about this at all.
What he said.
Oh, yeah. Put the shirt back on. Somebody needs some sun.
Or a fake tan.
Something.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're going to get a little rosy red there from Ganger. He's got the chain now. Oh.
Never leave your unattended weapons ringside for Ganger to use. Wrestling 101.
I mean, he was told once not to be dumb, and now he just keeps interfering, so he's got to be told twice.
Oh, right in his natural-born unfulfiller.
Nice. I mean, but where are refs at? Where's our security at to come and check on your dad? He's been down and not moving at all for a minute. Oh,
Ganger's doing it for me.
Oh, okay. There he goes.
Oh, never mind. He grabbed my dad's skewers.
Yeah, they just skewers. They're part of your dad's wardrobe now, aren't they?
Pretty much.
Like, it's his favorite thing, isn't it?
It's his favorite hat.
Yeah.
Those.
Uh-oh, Kendo stick to the back. Oh.
You're not putting anything in my head.
The only thing in Nate's head is the sad voices telling him that he's good enough when, you know.
And by that, you mean the sad voices of women turning him down.
Very accurate. Yep.
I mean, but kudos for keep coming out and pushing through.
Show me some respect.
Ganger fighting back finally. Oh!
This crowd is ruthless. They're asking for blood. Best kind of fans.
You're not used to. You shouldn't be able to see that at a college party.
Nah.
I don't know if you can see, but my dad looks like he's back on his, at least on his knees. He's getting up.
I mean, you can't kill an original monster. Come on.
Nate's got Ganger on the ropes. Nate wraps his chain around his leg. Maybe. At least he's attempting. Vengeance is made at ringside. I don't think either one of them notices.
No, that's because he's stalking his prey. He just took the belt from the best mullet I've ever seen.
I'm really jealous.
I know.
I thought I had a great mullet.
I know. He's got Joe Dirt beat.
Vengeance is in the ring. He's there. Nate better watch out. He's going to back up into someone that he shouldn't.
Uh-oh. This isn't... Oh.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't he be attacking Nate?
I think your dad wants to have a little fun first. Oh, Lord.
Wait. There's no way. No. Nate,
Born fella, Nate McClane.
Oh, my dad's gonna get a strong talking to later. He just cost Ganger his title.
This is impossible. Oh, enjoy it. Enjoy it, Nate.
Spookaloo! Another wonderful WrestleRoni 4K special for me and for you. We're back with the Cornerman, Juan Jeremy. How we doing, my man?
How you doing, bro? How you doing? Hanging in there?
I hope we are. We're having technical difficulties out the ass, but that's how it is on WrestleRoni.
That's what's up. Thank you for having me on the show. Much appreciated. But you know something? I am a numero uno, the UNO, unarguably #1 cornerman.
Number one.
Nice acronym right there.
What makes you number one? Why are you #1 cornerman in the world? Okay. Well, tell the audience, tell myself, what makes you number one?
What makes me what? Sorry about that?
Numero uno. Why is Juan Jeremy numero uno?
Oh, what makes me? Because, hey, I'm just convinced, not conceited, but just convinced I am a numero uno, unarguably #1 cornerman.
There you go. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Not conceited, but just convinced.
Well, hey, I know you was trained by Johnny Rods. What can you tell the audience about being trained by Johnny Rods? This damn microphone or internet or whatever it is.
So, the training part, what was that?
What can you tell us about being trained by Johnny Rods? Isn't it? This is terrible. God bless America. I was asking the training from Johnny Rods. What can you tell us about being trained by Johnny Rods?
Training with Johnny Rods?
Yeah, man.
Training with Johnny Rods has been so great. I remember joining the gym. It was a lot of things that happened. It started with a group of people at Yankee Stadium where we were just talking like, hey, why don't we become wrestlers? Because we all had our regular jobs, but wasn't not feeling it. And I used to work at Yankee Stadium and Shea Stadium and Nassau Coliseum, selling beer, hot dog, peanuts, walking up the aisles. And then I was all in it because we were watching ECW at the time. That was like my favorite fed at the time. I branched off from WCW and WWE. When I saw ECW come out, I was like, oh, I love this.
Same.
And I told him we could be the mad vendors. Like, we go into ECW, start throwing peanuts and Cracker Jacks at people. It was just nonsense. But I was all in. I started searching for schools. When I found one, they're like, oh, no, we was only kidding. I said, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I called this one school, and they wanted to charge me $60 for an interview.
Oh, okay.
I was like, for a sit down, you're going to charge me? Nah. So then I waited maybe 1 or 2 days. I'm at my shoot job, which was a Hispanic ad agency. Out of college, I studied marketing. That's like what I do now, media and advertising and everything. And it wasn't what you learn in the textbooks is not really what they don't tell you everything in the real world once you get to that real job.
Right on.
And it wasn't what I actually learned. I saw the cutthroat business. Like, if your department head leaves the department, most of the time, the team that was under him are going to get replaced because the new head honcho of the department is going to come in and start bringing his or her new team. And even if you're doing a great job, they just look for a reason to get rid of you
Yep.
and everything. And I was like, oh my God, it's like not even loyalty, not even you doing a great job meant anything in the advertising and media world. So I was like, oh, hell with this. At the time, there was Netscape Navigator, and I did my research, and I saw, I did ECW wrestling school, because I knew they had a school. I think Taz was running it. But then I was looking for something, maybe something else, where these guys learned how to wrestle. And then when it popped up, it was Taz, Tommy Dreamer, the Buck Dudleys, Devon Dudley, I think I meant, yeah. And it just mentioned how they were trained at a Gleason's gym under Johnny Wilder. I was like, wait a minute, I'm from Brooklyn. That's my backyard. I just thought Gleason's gym was a boxing, Muay Thai, kickboxing kind of gym. And I was like, oh, no. So I went in and everything in November 1999. And then Johnny Vods told me the price. He said, oh, I'll give you a payment plan. You can come next week. I was like, no, I don't do payment plans. I said, when it comes to my passion, I want to give you all of it right there in one shot. So then at Yankee Stadium, there was a little side hustle. I can't get incriminated now. I think it's a long time. They had other concession companies, but there was guys in the warehouse. They used to hook you up with extra boxes of, say, peanuts or ice cream, and they would tell you, hey, it's behind the garbage at Loge 22 section. Boom. And then we'll cut the money in half. So I was doing that for a hot minute just to get extra cash so I could pay for Johnny Vod's tuition.
Nice.
And I came in January, and I was his first trainee for January 2000, and he called me the Millennium Kid.
Okay.
And, that was cool, but at Johnny Vod's, you usually get your wrestling name from the crew. Like Matt Stryker got his from the group.
Okay.
So then, for some reason, they came up with Juan Jeremy. They wanted me to be like this guy with his trench jacket, get a manager, look like Paul Bearer with the Vaseline. If you take the Vaseline away, I lose my power. I was like, oh, no. When Johnny heard that, he's like, no. I do family shows. You in Gleason Gym, you're going to be Cornerman. You see the gift store? They have Cornerman jacket. No excuse.
Okay.
Every day. And that sounds quickly, like a quick history of how the Cornerman, how I came into training with Johnny.
Got you.
And everything. But the training, when I first started, forget it. It was nothing compared to today.
How so?
We really toned down a lot. Down because of, a little bit of cancel culture, a little bit of being more kinder, being more sensitive to people and everything. Don't overkill people with training. You're killing them. It's this hazing kind of thing. Where back then, we were intense. We were going in. Mind you, I was probably one of the smallest guys there, but then I had to put some meat on me and everything. So I had to bulk, and then I used to train with some of the regular guys like Boogaloo. He was part of the Dead Presidents with his brother Lowrider and XPW. Damian Dragon, he had his run in ROH. He won the Super 8 for ECWA. Prince Nana, he was one of my regular guys I would train with. Cowboy Billy Walker, and he's like one of the trainers now at the Sanctuary out in Pennsylvania. So I know he's putting in work on those guys. They probably not used to a person like him. So they probably getting a group crop of like rough, rigged, strict, gotch hooking from him. And then can't forget, I went at Nana, then what you call Angel from the Baldies, Big Vito, I can't forget. Angel from the Baldies was amazing, funny. He just, at the same time, you couldn't, he was serious about training. But oh man, to this day, we laugh at each other, we just crack jokes. Then you have Big Vito.
Right.
Big Vito, oh man. He had something called the Pepsi Challenge. Whoa. You do the Pepsi Challenge, man, there would be people ducking him. I was a new guy at the time. And I think this, I want to say, I trained with him when he was in ECW, but he was about to leave. And then I trained more with him when he was in WCW and everything. When he was with, I think, the Mama Luke and everything with Johnny Tramboli.
Right.
But I trained with him once when he was in ECW that run, but he was still the same.
Mm-hmm.
But then when he was in WCW, he came more harder because I think he was at the power plant and saw what they were doing down there.
Okay.
And cause I guess he had access to go there, maybe, or he just knew people that went there. I can't recall. But then we had a guy who used to wrestle a lot in WCW on the Saturdays, and if you do Google him, you might find some videos of him on YouTube wrestling on Saturday nights. I think he wrestled some beginning matches on Nitro named Adrian Bird.
Okay.
And everything. I found some of his matches against Regal, the Barbarian, and everything. And he used to come very early on Saturday morning. And him and some other big guys. There's other WWE enhancement guys from the early days of Raw when they had Ico Pro.
Okay, yeah.
There's a guy named L.A. Gore.
Okay.
And everything. And one of my buddies used to get this guy L.A. Gore pissed because he used to call him DDP a lot. Because he looked like DDP. And he would be like, my name's not DDP. Okay, DDP. And I was like, oh, this guy gonna get knocked out by L.A. Gore, man. But we would like joke around like that. But the guy like L.A. Gore, Billy Walker, this other guy named Ken Nazim, these are like big guys, big dudes. And they used to tell me, hey, if you come here Saturday morning, 9:30, we'll teach you some stuff. You know, it was like give and take. They needed someone to bump. But then at the same time, it wasn't like they took advantage of me. But it was more, they would teach me, and then they would, need someone to bump. Hey, body slam. It wasn't like crazy moves. Hey, we're going to do a tilt the world into a power driver, DDT at the same time.
Right.
It wasn't those crazy moves because they were more old school at the time. They just wanted somebody to bump. Hey, elbow smash, kick out, boom, boom. And I was new, but I already caught on to the bumping and the rolls, so I was able to protect myself.
Right.
But I wanted to take it to the next level. And I thought these guys were good because they're already out there. They were like the guys doing the indies. They would come early Saturday morning, and then I guess some of the guys would, because from the power plant, Adrian Bird would bring some power plant guys. And I remember, I think there was one, I can't remember, he was at Bullhead and everything. And I think he was either played as Vito's cousin and everything later down the road.
Oh, okay.
I remember he came, I can't recall his name, but he came down once. That's only really one guy I recognized good that came with him. That was a WCW guy. But then he brought some guys from the South down there that he knew. They would come Saturday morning. And he never gave me his phone number. He just said, and I tell the new guys that I train with, he just said, just show up.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, at the time, we had cell phones, but it's like quick text and phone call. And he said, I don't want to get no phone call. Oh, you're running late. Oh, I can't come today. If you want it, you show up. If you don't, that's it. I don't like excuses.
Fuck yeah. I like it. Good.
Yeah, so I never got his number. He just said, we're here. Will you be here? Is the question. And I'm like, all right. And I tell the people now, because sometimes I do training like 10:30. I don't even do 9:30. I do 10:30, and it's always an excuse. Oh man, I couldn't wake up. Oh man, train. Oh man, traffic. And I was always taught back in the days, you always plan. And this would be the days before. I think MapQuest was out, but you had to print it.
Yep.
Back in the days when I started, I think they had it, or you had to do the maps. But I think we had the sheet, where we had to print it and everything. But if it said, or if you knew someone that knew the roads and everything, they say, yo, it takes 2 hours. So you plan yourself to get there at 3 hours.
Yep.
So if coming to Gleason's gym from New Jersey, from Long Island, by car, is going to take you 2 hours. So leave 3 hours so you can get there. Or if you're riding the New York City subway train, the 1, 2, 3, or the A, C, F trains are running crazy that weekend, you're leaving an hour extra.
Yep.
Give yourself some breathing room and some time for, congestion on the train, traffic on the highway, and everything. And they used to tell me that. So that instilled in me, and I try to instill in these kids, but they still be like, oh man, woke up late. Oh, I couldn't get up. But if WWE wanted you to wake up early to do extra work, you would do it, right?
Right.
So thinking like that, and that's what Johnny used to tell us. Bob, if Vince tell you to do it, you're gonna do it, right, Bob? Yeah.
Well.
So when that's why Johnny used to tell us when he'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
when he would do shows, he wanted everybody there at 3 p.m.
Well.
to help set up.
Mm-hmm.
But like when we put chairs, and then we start doing it, Johnny like, no, you don't do it. You watch. I tell you how to do it. But then he would get frustrated. He's like, oh man, he wants us here at 3 o'clock, and we just standing here, and he's just doing everything. There's a reason. He just want to see if you'll make the time.
Okay.
Because Johnny's stuck in his ways. He's stuck in his ways. He got the way he wants this chair seated and everything.
Ah, okay. Hey, I dig what you're putting out. You're painting a good picture of the scene there in Brooklyn, what you guys are doing. You've been around in the area for a minute watching the scene. What can you tell me? I know I'm coming in and out, but what can you tell me about some of the changes you've seen over the years, the good and the bad?
The which thing?
As far as the Brooklyn scene, what kind of changes? The changes.
Oh, like the indie scene?
Yeah, as far as the indie scene goes there in Brooklyn.
Well, in New York now,
mm-hmm.
like Johnny's not doing shows. One, because of his health reasons and everything. So he's not really running shows.
Mm-hmm.
But his whole reason is because he don't think he's gonna get a return on investment from doing shows and everything. So I tell guys, yo, you got to still go out. You know, I'm about to clock out from the indie scene and maybe just rely on focus on the backside. You know, just maybe running a show or helping run a locker room and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still enjoying doing shows, so I still go and everything. But the New York indie scene is, you got to have ambulance. You got to insure each wrestler. There's all these costs. You got to have the insurance bond. You know, one of the craziest thing is, like, say you and I on the first match,
mm-hmm.
and we start going crazy, doing crazy moves, blah, blah, bang, bada bing, bada boom, and one of us get hurt bad,
right?
Where we need to be transported in an ambulance. Now that ambulance is there, if they transport us, the show's over.
Oh, no ambulance. Okay.
Yeah, because they need an ambulance present for the other matches.
Wow.
So I remember one time some guy's shoulder got hurt, you know, and then the guy's like, oh my God. So Johnny went up to the guy who did it. He said, you taking this guy, because no one told you guys. He told the guy who did the move. He tried to do a crossroads. He was like 300 pounds doing a crossroads, and he hardly ever trained.
Okay.
So that's something. Yeah, he hardly ever trained. He just comes to do shows. He does a crossroad on somebody who's been around, but he hasn't been at Gleason's a while because he lives upstate. But he comes down sometimes to do a show for Johnny. But personally, I don't know if he's training up there or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't call it. But if you never worked with this guy, you know, you got to really know if you could trust him, or ask one of us who knows this guy from the gym. Hey, this guy's reliable. He wants to hit me with a crossroads. Like, get some word of mouth.
Right.
Or something. I would have told him, hey, man, dude don't even come and train. He's a pop-up guy.
Right.
When he hears there's a show, he pops up. And he did that crossroads on him. He almost popped his show. He was yelling loud. And Johnny told that guy, you take my man to the hospital.
Okay.
And because if he would have let the hospital ambulance take him, the show would have been over.
There you go.
Because there would be no ambulance presence. And Johnny wasn't going to pay for another ambulance to come.
Wow.
So
that kind of puts things in perspective.
There.
Right. Do you have a lot of those pop-up guys in the area as you refer to them? Because I know the ones you're referring to.
You know, it's not bad. Sometimes they always tell you if you're gonna go stop at a show, have your bag.
Right.
You know, it's not bad, but it's bad for a guy like at a student show.
Okay.
You know, you don't even come and train, and this is a student show. Like me personally, I can care less and everything because it's a student show. It's just something to give. Johnny would do monthly to let the kids showcase to their family and friends. Hey, we're doing the show. Like. He wouldn't advertise it as much online. Once in the blue, he'll tell us, hey, just do it. Once the social media came out, we'll promote it more.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the days, we really didn't. It was all word of mouth.
Right on.
Everything.
Social media.
You know, it's still under commission, but then before it wasn't. So he didn't care. We did a lot. But once the commission came, he was like, because he know how kids get. They want to do all these crazy moves, and God forbid somebody get hurt. So he tried to minimize too much popularity
Right
and
on.
everything, or promoting it. He
Makes
would just
sense.
say, just, get the tickets, get rid of the tickets for your friends and family, or their friends. At least you keep it within the family, the nest of the
Right on.
of your circle. But he's like, watch what you do. Don't go crazy. This is where you practice. Don't be doing moves that you haven't done in practice.
Right.
And that would be these guys that they want to show their family friends. Oh, look, I could do this, but then they can't.
Right. And that goes bad. Yeah.
You don't even train, so you're a pop-up guy. You just coming out the blue. They will come the week of the show. Boom. Train maybe that 1 week they'll train twice or 3 times just for that week, leading into the school show, the pop-up guy. And then take tickets. Hey, Johnny, can you give me 20? Johnny, because it helps the club, like, okay, here's 20, just sell them. And the guy would sell it.
Okay.
These pop-up people, because they were just doing it just for their glory. I wouldn't even say to mark out.
Okay.
I always feel because Al Snow said it, and Johnny always said it, because he said all of us is marked.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone is a mark.
Right.
If not, we wouldn't be in the wrestling business.
Yep.
We saw it, and now we want to mark out to it and become it, too.
Yep.
And Al Snow said it. He's like, we all mark. I'm a mark, he said. I remember him saying that.
Yep.
So I don't really say the dude marked out for himself. I say more glorified.
Right.
He glorified himself because he wants to make sure, hey, and he would post on social media, I'm going to become a WWE star. I would see a few others, not just him. Can't wait. This is my year and everything. But they will never come and train.
Yeah.
Even some guys that had the good shape, that way better shape than me, had not even a 6-pack, maybe a 12-pack.
Okay.
Would talk that, but never trained.
Wow.
I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, damn, man, you got the body. Now just train, practice promos, because you have no charisma.
Okay.
There's some people that got the body, but they don't want to train. They don't have the charisma and everything. So sometimes you got to practice that. Then there's people, that's vice versa.
Yep.
And everything. That has to get the body. Like, when I started, I was a skinny dude. I never was really into lifting weights, and only when I went to junior college, because I became friends. I worked in the phys ed department at Kingsborough Community College, and during, they had this thing called work study. While you study, you go to work to get some money, some grant, and I met all the sports heads, all the jocks, females and the guys.
Okay.
And they got me into working out. We had a swimming pool. They got me into swimming. I learned how to swim through them and encouraging me to take the swimming class and everything, playing indoor handball and everything. So from there, and then once I got into wrestling, I got more into working out. But I wasn't really a workout kid. Like, I would play wrestling in the backyard with my buddies in Brownsville, Brooklyn, in the yard and everything. We go to the backyard, we do wrestling. We make, in high school in Canarsie, I like to name drop Canarsie High School in Brooklyn. We used to have imaginary wrestling fed after school, and we made belts.
There you go.
And everything.
Likewise.
Yeah. I had all the LJN action figures, minus Sergeant Slaughter, that you had to get the points with the G.I. Joe, Rick Rude, the Warlord, Big Boss Man, I think it was, Haku, the SD Jones Yellow shirt, and the white Hulk Hogan shirt. But I had almost all of them.
Hell yeah.
Some of the AWA. So I was really into it. And I can show you a picture later. My grandmother was friends with the Haiti Kid.
Okay.
I actually spoke to him. A few days ago. He found me. He always losing his number coming back. He's kind of sick. I think he's in a home now.
Oh, man.
And everything. So it's like, and then seeing Johnny Vaz and Madison Square Garden, Dr. Barry McClane, and then later in years to actually being one of his trainees.
Yeah.
It was like fate. Like, I had to do this. And then my old elementary Catholic school had wrestling. I remember it was back in 82 or 83, when WWE used to go to the little pockets, gymnasiums in schools.
Right.
And when I heard they were coming, I told my mom, no. we got to go. She took me and my brother, and I saw Pedro Morales, Raider Clipper Stevens. We saw Rocky Johnson in the McDonald's right across the street from my old school.
Nice.
And everything. So it was like little things. Like when I got to college, when I had that little turnoff with the whole media advertising, I still do that. That's my still kind of work. I work for PBS now.
Hell yeah.
I work for Fox, the hip hop station, Spanish station, news talk, radio. I just shift to everything. But now I'm in public broadcasting. But my heart and passion, I can be in the ring training. I don't care, maybe 2 times a week, 4 hours, 8 hours, and I prefer that over my shoe job. The only difference is I make money with my shoe job.
Right on.
The cash, is more better for me.
For sure.
But if I was able to ever get, maybe somehow get opportunity to work for a big company, I would take it and run and just milk it for the time being, because that's what you have to do. Like I hear interviews with some people that have signed with the WWE, and then you don't milk it for the moment. They just get that money, and sometimes they waste it. And they say you have to. Like someone, I think, another show, Rodrigo was like said that some of these young kids need to learn how to budget themselves, and like, because you're not promised. Like if you get signed, especially these days with an NXT contract, and then say if you get lucky to get a better deal than another person because maybe you're more known in the indies than say one of these next in line kids and everything.
Right.
You got to use your money wisely, because you see, everyone knows and seeing how many people got signed, especially from the Evolve roster, that they took, and then instantly they got let go.
Yep.
A few months later.
Yep.
Some of these Evolve kids that got signed along with the Gabe Sapolsky crew, I think they're probably expecting, okay, we're in the NXT just like all the other Gargano, the other NXT, Gunther, the Walter was part of NXT. Evolve, he did some Evolve shows, and it's like you don't know when your day comes, even with the corporate world.
Yep.
Sometimes 1 minute you're doing good, all of a sudden it's budget cuts. They just did a budget cut at PBS New York, where they just let go a whole entire TV station that they were invested in.
Wow.
That they produced and everything, but it wasn't generating sponsors.
Right.
And they just killed that whole department.
Oh, wow.
Boom. Boom shakalaka. Metro Focus. Adios, amigo.
Damn. That sucks. That's no good. And that's the thing. You never know. You never know when it could be gone. Let's say, I'm not wishing it upon you, but if it all ended tomorrow as far as wrestling goes, what would the highlight be? What's the highlight for you? Your career highlight in pro wrestling?
And what was that?
What would your career highlight be? The highlight of your career.
A highlight for what? Sorry?
Of your wrestling career.
Well, let me see. I got 2 really in a bit.
Okay, let's hear them both. Let's hear them both.
There may be others, but these 2 stand out quickly.
Right on.
One is, I was working for a Spanish AM station, and in media and advertising world, they have this thing called upfronts, where they present their future programming and everything, and they're always looking for something to entertain the clients, the media reps, and everything, and all the people that come. So they were looking for entertainment, and they already found the venue, but they wanted something to entertain the people.
Okay.
While they were doing it. And then they knew I was doing wrestling on the side. When I left the ad agency job, when they let me go, one of the people recommended me to go work for this news talk radio station. And then I had 3 job interviews with them.
Mm-hmm.
2 went well, and then they called me in for my 3rd one. But I had a show.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude actually landed with his elbow on my eye.
Oh.
And it was Saturday. And I had a lump.
Mm-hmm.
I had a nice, what we call chichon in Spanish.
Okay.
Chichon.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, man, damn it. So this Saturday, I know Monday, I had the interview Monday, the 3rd interview with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, man, my eye was jammed up. I was like, bro, he was at my homeboy too. And I'm like, So then I went to the third interview. But at the time, the person who recommended me knew I wrestled, but he never told the people that I was interviewing with that I was a wrestler.
Okay.
So then when I get in to the interview, the guy's looking at me, interviewing me, the general manager and the VP, and he's just staring at me like Austin Powers looking at the Molly.
Okay.
Molly.
Uh-huh.
He just looking dead at my eye, and in my head, I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna get this job.
Right.
So then we just talk, and I'm just talking what I can do, what can I offer. So he's like, okay, we get back to you. So he instantly called my friend and said, she had told me the conversation, like, I just want this guy, he just came for the third interview, but he came with an eye jammy, like a big lump, and you know, is he problematic? Is he gonna be something that we want to hire?
Right.
And she said, I forgot to tell you, he does professional wrestling on the side. What? He's hired because he was from Texas and he grew up with Paul Bosch.
Okay.
And the Guerreros, Southeast, Southwest, Tully Blanchard, Gino Hernandez, world class. So I was like, what? And I got hired. So I just want to get that backstory.
Mm-hmm.
So then when they were picking for entertainment, he said, Charlie, why don't you bring some of your wrestling family over here, and at the venue, we do a show.
Nice.
Because our theme is going to be gambling. We're going to have fake gambling tables, but we also want to gamble the wrestling matches. Let the clients pick who's going to win.
Nice.
And everything. It's like, I said, you do know it's predetermined. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's all for fun. I'm like, okay. And everything. I'm like, they're going to be gambling with fake money, but it's already predetermined.
Right.
But they didn't care. They just wanted something kind of entertainment. So I was like, all right. So I talked to Johnny Rods, and at the time, Johnny's right-hand man was Sweet Bobby G. One of the guys, Bobby. And they came in for a meeting. They spoke. And when they told them where the venue was, they were like, holy crap. And I wasn't even told the venue. They kept the venue from me until that day of the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
It was the USS Intrepid, where Lex Luger slammed Yokozuna.
Yep.
In Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, aside from WWE, Johnny Rods, World of Unpredictable Wrestling, and Johnny Rods and his wrestling crew was, that I know of, the only other wrestling company to perform inside the USS Intrepid.
Hell yeah, nice. That's dope.
And that was, they may have been other things like I got to manage the Honky Tonk Man, but that was cool and everything. But that right there was something where, you know, WWE was at the Intrepid. I think they had an actual show in there. I can't recall. I just remember, my memory is always Lex Luger slamming Yokozuna. I can't recall if there were matches there. Maybe they were.
I mean, they had football stars. They had everybody there doing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then my second was 2019. I was going strong. I was traveling. You know, I also do performing arts with Kaiju Big Battle, where I portray different monster characters.
Nice.
And
nice.
I was traveling to Canada with them. I got to go to London for Super Strong 16 with Progress.
Okay.
And I went to DR, Dominican Republic, to wrestle there with Bronx Wrestling Federation.
Nice.
And 2019 was strong. Boom. I was doing a lot. Then I was in contact with Ryan Katz. At the time, he was the NXT extra guy and also teacher to promote promos.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Drake Younger, was like one of the head refs and everything. And they were my go-to people to get extra work. While everybody was doing extra work with Raw and SmackDown, I never had luck with that. Like, I would reach out to John Cona. I just didn't have luck.
Right.
Where the NXT guys were right back to me constantly, telling me, give me advice. Like, Canyon Seaman, oh man, he was just, it's true what they said about him, because I didn't know until I started getting the emails from him. He would say, oh, you're not worthy of WWE contract. Oh, no, you need to do better than this.
Yeah?
Your social media. Yeah, he writes harsh. He writes harsh things.
Okay. Damn.
So I didn't care because I was used to Johnny Rods and the harsh training that we had.
Right.
And people didn't sugarcoat nothing when I started.
Mm-hmm.
And then just working in the corporate world, dealing with cutthroat and backstabbing, it didn't faze me and everything. So I write back. He said, do this, then get back to me. So he had told me, what's your social media? And I gave him different usernames, handles. He's like, I'm not searching for everything crazy. You're unorganized. You need to be unique. So that's when I just came up with Juan Jeremy 100. Some other social media outlets, I couldn't change my name because there was already somewhere that had it. I guess they love Juan Jeremy name. So I had to change it to maybe Cornerman Juan Jeremy, and I found it. I was able to use that. So some of my social media maybe got Cornerman Juan Jeremy, but majority of all of them, I kept it unique. Like Kanye Seaman told me, Juan Jeremy 100. He's like, yeah, because it's easier. So if you see a fan, they're like, oh, can I find your social media? Yeah, Juan Jeremy 100.
Yep.
Boom, I'm on the majority of all your things. So it's very easy. And I get what he was saying. Instead of you, okay, at Twitter, I'm this. On Facebook, I'm that.
Yep.
On Instagram, I'm that. And it's like, that people ain't going to remember it. Muscle memory is going to be shot.
Yep.
So I was doing that. And then he told me, I want to see more social media content. Who is the Cornerman? And then I started doing more content. Started doing that. And then he gave me Paul Fair's number. He was like his assistant. He said, contact him from now on, and he'll give you some other leads. And then he gave me Ryan, from Paul Fair, he gave me Ryan Katz and Drake Younger and everything. And then I was able to get, which was my second great experience because I never got an opportunity to see WWE production live. Like some of my friends, they were doing all the Raw and SmackDown pay-per-views, and I was like, whoa, it has extras.
Right.
And some got dark matches, but I was just looking for NXT. I was like, all right, because everybody was trying to get Raw and SmackDown. I said, all right, I'm going to go the other route.
Right on.
Just try to get some experts. And then the NXT coaches are there, so maybe I could, pick their brains a little more. And then September 2019, when they first went live on USA Network, I was on there. And then they was like, all right, you're going to do a little skit, just something basic. You and JDX. JDX is a dude from Ken Anderson School, based out of Minnesota. We came cool from that segment. And then I had him crash in my hotel afterwards with my other homeboy, Keanu Vera, and everything. And we did a skit with Walter. We were just sitting there, and Killian Dane and Matt Riddle fought from the ring back to the docks and the outside. And just the fact that I was able to have my 15 seconds of fame there was great. So then I came back. They called me back for December 2019. So I count these two as one. So just the NXT experience is number two. So they did a skit where Keith Lee was, I think, spearing people through the barricades constantly. So I think he was going to spear Finn Balor, or I don't know, I can't remember who. But Ryan Cass said, Cornerman, Charlie, you don't want this. You don't want this skit. No, I got something better for you lined up. I was like, well, okay. So I'm thinking I'm about to go on another segment. So I'm like, yes. I'm hoping maybe maybe a match, a squash match or something. More TV time than the 15 seconds I got in September. I'm thinking something else. Then he just grabbed all of us. I want to say Avery Taylor was with me. She's not Jayce Jane, I think.
Okay.
In NXT. I think she was with us. And Randy Lauren. And this kid Ryan King out of Florida. He's an indie guy. And this one of my homeboys that did reference for MLW out of WWN in Tampa. And we're there, and the next thing you know, he says, listen, you're going to go to the outside room right there. William Regal's going to speak to you for almost 90 minutes.
Okay.
So that was like a free seminar.
No, right.
Yep. So I actually liked that as opposed to, getting a segment of 15 seconds or 30 when I got 90 minutes. A whole bunch of us got 90 minutes to pick William Regal's brain. Q&A and him talking to us like a scene from the Goodfellas when they were playing poker. All we was missing like the liquor and the cigarettes or something. That was it. we were just sitting at a round table, kicking it with William Regal.
Yeah.
Almost 90 minutes till it was time for like everybody to bounce. And everything. While NXT was going live, we were just in the room, some other place, doing a little powwow with William Regal.
Yep.
And he was just telling us the ins and outs, the training, what to do, what he wouldn't have done. And one was, and I try to tell the new kids at Gleason's, is don't start your bump card when you're young, when you're older. Start that bump card logic once you start. Like, watch which bumps you take, because he said he regrets taking some of the crazy bumps he did because it led to a lot of pain. It led to him with, I think, the substance abuse. He had a history with that.
You're right. Yep.
I think the painkillers, I think it was. I can't recall. Don't quote me, but he did have a history of substance abuse and everything. And that was because of the pain he endured and everything. And he used that as a getaway. And then say we're young, we're doing that, taking these crazy bumps. And then you finally get signed to WWE where it requires you to maybe be on the road 5 to 6 days a week, or you traveling, don't even get time to rest your body. You're traveling a red-eye flight, boom, you go to the venue. Then you got to leave that same night, boom, go home. Then boom, they may call you to go here to the studio. Then you got to do something there. Then you got to do something here. When do you get rest to rest your body? Hardly. And your body's going to sooner or later catch up to you.
Yep.
And he said, that's the only regret. He said he took some crazy bumps. And when he got to WWE, you know, even WCW, they required him to do a lot of traveling, all these matches going in. And he said that one advice I give, start your bump card early. If it's not worth it, why do it? You know, still perform like there's a million people in a crowd if there's 10.
Right.
But don't go overboard and do these crazy bumps that could jeopardize, one, your life, or the life of the person you're wrestling. You know?
I dig it.
He said it's not worth it. You know, just tell a story. You know, do the registering, the selling, the in-betweens. He told all of us. And he says, a wrestling match is like the movie Die Hard. He's like, think of it like that. John McClane would is up. Hans Gruber's up. John McClane is up. Hans Gruber's up. So then John McClane kills one of his henchmen's brother. Now there's heat more.
Okay.
Now the henchman's brother who died is now after John McClane. And he takes him out. He thought. Boom. Now you about to kill Hans Gruber. But now Hans Gruber's up. But now he's about to die. He's hanging over a damn window. But he's got John McClane's wife too. And they released the watch or whatever, I think I remember. And then Hans Gruber forced his death.
Okay.
So now you think, oh, it's all fine. That's like the forced finish, he said. Because now he's outside. Then you see Mr. Winslow saves John McClane at the end. Because the guy the brother he thought he killed was still alive. And he was about to take his one lucky shot at McClane outside of his celebration. Because he thought he survived, everything's fine and dandy. He said, study Die Hard. It's like crazy. And he said, for promos, you could practice home in a mirror and go over like some of your favorite movie scenes. Pick one that's dramatic. Pick one that's funny. Pick one that's full of trauma, you know, and drama. Trauma and drama, he said. Trauma and drama.
Hell
and
yeah.
that's how you can practice your promo, you know, just to learn.
I dig it. And that type of stuff's priceless, man. Getting it from William Regal, like you said, yeah.
You know, it could have been just me wearing they gave those people that did that skit, like NXT souvenir shirts just to put on, act like they were fans. And then Keith Lee just speared either Finn Balor or Adam Cole through the barricades, boom. Because they didn't want to spear fans. At least us, they were paying us, and then we signed a waiver, so if we got hurt, it was whatever. But they didn't want to do that spot, and then God forbid a fan gets hurt.
Right.
So they did that, but then that was maybe 15 seconds, 30 seconds of fame, as opposed to us sitting down almost 90 minutes, just hearing Regal talk, us asking questions, and everything. And he said, don't just look to sign with the big companies. You know, try to get out there, travel. Sometimes you gotta, you know, invest in yourself. He said sometimes you gotta come out of pocket. And I've been hearing that a lot too. When I went on this Twitter space with Jayce, and a lot of the wrestlers are talking about that, coming out of pocket sometimes just to get out of their comfort zone in their home state, because their home state is either saturated or they got these companies that, oh, you can't work for this person if you work for this. So it's like just to get away from the politics. And like when the whole pandemic and the world went to crap and Florida opened, a friend of mine was booking for WWN ACW, and he was like, I was like, yo, I'll take that offer now, because he had told me when I was in London, if you ever want to come down to Florida ACW, let me know. So when the world went to lockdown and Florida opened up, bro, I take that offer.
Right.
Because I wanted to wrestle.
Mm-hmm. And it worked out for you. You got to do that during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then when 2020 hit, you know, another good, I was hoping right after December 2019 and NXT, I was supposed to do this camp that Evolve used to have this contract with NXT. So they always had the coaches doing the seminars. Mm-hmm. Like I did a seminar with Robbie Brookside. That was cool because he did it on a smaller scale of how they did it with the WWE. A lot of cardio, blow-ups, and everything. Group training, team A, team B, but cardio and rolling, drop down, get up, boom. Then we went to matches. But we were going to do a big camp where WWN had one where NXT Evolved, where all the coaches would come in. Mm-hmm. You had the promo coach with Ryan Katz. You had Shawn Hayes with the cardio conditioning and all this good stuff. And then the world went to crap and it never happened. I was supposed to go back to Progress with Kaiju Big Battle for Super Strong 15 for 2020. And then one of the guys from Progress was going to hook me up because Super Strong 16 weekend, there's different feds. It's like WrestleMania weekend,
okay,
where you have different feds doing shows and events, not just, in that case, Progress.
Right.
There was other feds that did it that was related to Progress, and he was going to try and get me on one of those. So I was going to wrestle in my monster characters, where I portrayed Kaiju, but then I was also going to be able to showcase my Cornerman gimmick in London, but that never came to be because the world went to nothing.
Damn. That's never too late. Never too late. Just need a little bit of time to bounce back.
I went to depressed mode after that, but then once Florida opened up, that's what kicked me into high gear, and I just to get that momentum and get motivation for wrestling. Because I was in full speed ahead 2019, and 2020 started, full speed ahead, everything going fine and dandy. Then the world went to
Yep. We all lived through that, man. Well, we can't end it on a downer here. What does the future hold for Cornerman Juan Jeremy? What are we gonna do next year? Yeah.
You know, I hope, I'm not counting my eggs or they hatch, whatever. I just hope. I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but I would hope, you know, some kind, maybe an office job or something, like at a company in wrestling. If not, you know, some people told me I'll be a great office guy doing, some people want me to start my own fed, but in New York, that's really impossible.
Right.
You need a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be these tax return promoters. There's a whole bunch. You know, tax return comes and all of a sudden they're doing shows for like 2 months, 3 months. And then he's talking big. Oh, I got to talk to my creative department. What matches we need to do. It's like, dude, come on, man. You ain't got no creative department.
Creative.
Lighting team. You barely got enough money just to put on a show. And you're over here talking big and everything. I call them the tax return promoters.
I like it.
And everything. And I would never want to be like that.
It's like me telling people.
I would like to
go ahead.
Either I get some money where I can, I forgot the name of it. In finance class, they used to call it dispensary cash or something. Like cash that you could actually waste.
Right.
You know, it's not a good thing to say, but like you have your savings, you have this, but then you have these cash that you don't mind blowing away.
Right on.
If I had enough money like that, of course I would do it. But then I would also watch who I book. You know, I would have to actually do something that some companies should do when they start big. You know, start low. Like a company, when someone starts a food restaurant, mom and pop store, they're not going out big at the first moment. You got to start small and gradually grow.
Mm-hmm.
Not like kill your budget like quick. Oh, some indie guy, indie girl hears you doing a show. Next thing you know, hey, can I be on your show? I'm be like, yeah, listen, but I can't afford. My budget is tight. I'm just barely making it to do a show. And then when they tell you their budget, well, I charge $500. And are you going to bring $500 worth of asses onto the seat?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you can guarantee that, then I'll give you $500 for your pay.
Yep. You're talking to a guy
you
that's
want $500, and then if I go at the end of the night, right before everybody leaves, and do a little survey with a clipboard, going around, hey, who you came to see? Who you came to see? Who you came to see? And they came to see your opponent more than you. There's no need for me to have you.
Mm-hmm.
You're just an expense.
Yep. And that's a discourse going on right now on social media.
Say during the tally, everybody came to see them. Then maybe that's the person I should keep the book for the next show.
Right on.
I just got this little business mentality side of demand, or build with some new people, because like say the New York, I was to do a New York Fed. I wouldn't get everybody that's already saturated all over the New York. I would start maybe grab some of these Johnny Wise guys who can pull off work, or these other kids I know from other schools and stuff that could put in work. Some girls that just starting, and I just tell them like just keep it basic. I don't want no botchery as less as possible, because I don't tell them that because everybody can make a botch. On live TV, professional people do botches.
Oh yeah.
So I tell people don't get down if a botch happens. Always remember, people on live TV getting paid millions botch all the time.
Yep.
Just try to keep it to a minimum, or try to concentrate. Like I myself put that in my head. I was like, I don't try to get upset in case I botch.
Right.
Like one time in my early years, I tried to do an elbow off the top rope on my buddy, and I didn't calculate it well, and my thigh caught his face. And I just said, oh shit. I apologize. I said, yo, bro. I just whispered to him quick. I said, get up, super kick me. I'm eating it. And he could have knocked my tooth out, but I felt like I before the crowd says, you fucked up. You fucked up. And so I got up quick, and he had a good super kick.
Mm-hmm.
And I just ate his super kick, and the crowd went, holy shit, holy shit.
Okay.
So I changed what could have been, you fucked up, to holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Quick.
Hell yeah.
I had to get quick. I just took that super kick and ate it. I went right into it. Boom. He caught me good. Because I knew I slipped up.
Right.
He calculated well, that elbow.
See, he's pretty much asking for it. Yeah, give me my receipt. I get it.
So I'm more like hoping if I can't get signed, still enjoy doing these shows. And I'm taking some of the young guys with me, because like I mentioned, Johnny Wild's not doing shows, and some of them need to do shows. They got to learn how to perform in front of the audience. Doing your training matches is all fine and dandy, but then it's almost like you're wrestling in front of the locker room just to please the locker room. You got to learn how to work for the fans. Like maybe there's a kid calling for you. So me, when I'm a face, I tell the heel, yo, beat me up. Let me breathe. I'm going to go sell to this kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm always like, hoping the kid can help me. Please help me. Or if I know I'm wrestling somebody and their family's there, I tell them, yo, where's your family? So then I just beat him up, and I grab his head, and I go to his family. This your son? This your son? And the crowd start booing me.
Hell yeah.
Boo, boo. And everything. Just something, not just work for the locker room or work for the gift.
Right.
And everything.
Hell yeah.
And that's another thing that Regal said. Don't work for social media. Said it's all great. Yes, we want that. It goes viral and everything. But just don't do that. Don't make it your point to have a match to go viral.
Okay.
Because then you're not thinking about the fan.
There you go.
That paid 25, 20, 40, 50. I've been to shows where it was like $60 because they were bringing a whole bunch of Mexican luchadores and everything. Don't don't wrestle for the locker room. Wrestle for the crowd. So acknowledge them like you would acknowledge Roman Reigns. You know?
Hey, just as important as Roman Reigns, the wrestling fans, most of them, those shitheads out there,
Yeah.
we can do
And
without
people
them.
forget that, like the fans, they come to see, you can't ignore them, When I'm on face, I'm over here. Now I got this thing where I got these old pictures that's not even looking like me. I'm very young in those. I got too many, so I grab 4 sometimes when I'm a face. When I know I'm a face, I just give them out to one side of the ring to a kid, and they remember that.
There you go.
I don't even, it's just something quick. I'm like, hey, then I come back during intermission, and I try to find them. Like, hey, let me sign that for you.
Good shit.
And they appreciate it.
Yep.
And everything.
Those kids are my kids, man. They're
When
not
I'm a
going to
heel-
your shows,
Yeah,
but
when
I
I'm
know
a
how
heel-
much it means to my kids.
When I'm here, I don't do that. I just say, you need a Cornerman.
Hell yeah, my man. Well, I thank you for coming on. I apologize about the technical chicanery, but if you have any last
problem,
words, have at it.
And everything. It just. Oh, I wanted to tell a quick Johnny Rod story. If that's
Please
possible.
do. Please do. Go ahead. Have at it. Have at it. There you go. Have at it, my man.
All right. So, Johnny Wise used to tell us, you remember Frank Williams?
I do not.
He's the one that I think Rowdy Piper beat up.
Oh, okay.
Famous. On Piper's Pit.
Got you. Yep.
And everything. And he said, whenever the guys went out to go out to drink, he was sort of the guy that you didn't want around when you're talking to a woman because he would kill it.
Oh.
And the women would leave and stuff. He was like the mush of Bombtail and everything. So he said whenever there was women and Frankie Williams around, they were like, oh my God, no. They would try to get rid of him and everything because they knew the night wasn't going well. No one's going to meet a woman or anything at the time. And then there would be other people that would try to do that, and they would call him Frankie Williams. So he became a slang.
Oh shit! Okay.
Don't be a Frankie Williams. Don't be Frankie Williams. And people actually thought he was from Columbus, Ohio. He was actually a Puerto Rican from Brooklyn.
Right.
But they always billed him from, I think, Columbus, Ohio.
I'm from Columbus,
He's not from Columbus, Ohio. The guy from Brooklyn, he's one of the guys I bought in, but he never wanted to train.
Really?
He was a local moco, and they just needed bodies.
Right.
Gorilla Monsoon used to want bodies, like when he mentioned Special Delivery Jones, when he wanted a new body, and then he gave him, and he's like, oh, here he is. And then Gorilla Monsoon's like, what's your name, son? And he's like, Evan Conrad. And he's like, what? Evan Conrad. And he goes up to Johnny, what kind of wrestling name is Ephraim Conrad? Johnny's like, I don't know, Pa. You told me to bring somebody. Here he is, Special Delivery. And then Gorilla Monsoon's like, got it, Special Delivery Jones.
Yeah, okay. I'll be damned. Well, we learned something today.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Hell
yeah. And then Johnny told me, like, when him and Rene Goulet, you probably see that match against the British Bulldogs.
Okay. Yep.
He did not like Dynamite Kid.
Nobody does.
When he did that snap superplex on him, it like ruined his back.
Yeah, Dynamite's a prick. I don't care.
That snap suplex. He just went boom, boom, and everything.
Yeah.
There's a few people, like if you mention them, like Gino Hernandez, he didn't like, and everything, because he thought who he was.
Okay.
He tried to come to New York, because he was Paul Bosh's baby boy, poster child, thinking he's gonna come to New York and be who he think he is. And that didn't end well. And he got into a shooting match with Kevin Sullivan. Him and Kevin Sullivan was cool. Him and Kevin Von Erich and then Mike Graham.
Oh, okay.
Because they were like collegiate wrestlers, so they always think enhancement worker, Johnny enhancement worker, then they can't. But then after those enhancement workers were pretty good shooters too.
Right.
And workers. Like there was one I didn't know, but Johnny told me, Tony Russo. he was he was more of a mainstay in NWA. I remember him in NWA more, but then I started watching old WWE videos, and he was also a mainstay enhancement worker for WWE back in the late 70s and 80s. Tony Russo and Barry Horowitz, another good worker, but you know they always was seen as enhancement. But in Florida, he held so many titles. He was he did a few matches. I want to say he was in Japan and everything, and he had good matches with Owen Hart when he was in the Blue Blazer.
Okay.
Could work, but you don't know because you know, like now I look at the matches and I can tell who was a good worker. Somewhat, I'm like, whoa. Like Jose Estrada was good, but that's why they brought him back later, and they did that gimmick with him and Jose Luis Rivera as the Conquistadors. And Johnny, when he was in Puerto Rico, and there's a lot of stories. One of my buddies had a story with that Tim Arson with Carlos Colon not paying him and everything, or paying him but then coming short every now and then. And that happened to Johnny when he was a Super Medics with Jose Estrada in Puerto Rico. You know, first he was getting paid to ride the money, but you know that's how promoters are. First it's like, oh, cool. It's like they reel you in. Yeah, everything's good. So you expect it, like good payday, everything's good as contracted. And then all of a sudden he said that some days he'll come in, oh man, I'm short this. Next day I'm short that. Oh, short here. And Johnny's like, you can't be doing this. We came to agreement, you know. And then one day, I think he called Jose and he said, listen, here's the belt, come get it. And he was selling all his stuff. And he moved all his stuff, his car, everything. And he just left. And then he said, and he told Jose, tell Carlos and Victor Jovica, if they ask me where I'm at, I'm a million feet high in the sky, drinking a martini on them.
Oh,
something
shit.
Like that.
Good.
And yeah, he came back to the States.
Good.
And then he had his little short run in WWE.
Nice.
And everything. But he said it, and you know, that's how the business is. Like when I first, like now he sometimes frowns upon us to do indies, but then I try to tell him, you know, I joined wrestling to experience.
Yeah.
I wanted that feel. I wanted the experience to win. And then he would tell all of them, oh, you don't want to do indies, you don't want to do this. Oh, it's nothing. And then now he tells them, oh, Juanito, tell these kids how it is. Remember, I'm like, yeah, you know, it's like that. But I tell him, yeah, it's like he says. But then on the side, I tell them, yo, listen, you know, like Devon tells, because some people complain about Johnny. And then Devon told us one time, he's like, Johnny's not the Antichrist, but can he get you fully to the WWE? No. He can't force you to get in the ring. He can't force you to learn how to do a promo. He can't force you to get that charisma. You got to pave your own way.
Yep.
You can't use him as an excuse. Oh, Johnny Rods held me back. Johnny Rods this. Or Johnny Rods trained. No. You got to pave your way sooner or later.
Yep.
It's like college. Your parents can tell you to go, but they can't get the grades for you. You got to put in the work. You got to go in class. You got to do the projects. You got to get that. You got to work for that grade to get that certificate. You got to do all the work. So it's the same thing in wrestling. You can't be blaming Johnny for everything.
No
you know?
doubt.
Oh, he didn't push me. Some people I would hear, oh, he didn't give me a big title run. It's like, at a school show? You concerned about a big title run at a school show? That only your friends and family going to come and they're going to cheer you and boo you regardless? You know, and the indie world is different because now you're but a bunch of strangers. Now you got to somehow attract them to get them to feel you as a character. Not friends and family. So go to a strange town where nobody knows you.
Yep.
And see if you can attract them.
Yep.
You know, I went to Georgia and I was able to attract the people. I didn't know any of them from Adam. I didn't know none of them. I just went to do a show in Marietta, Georgia. First time. I have family there, and I was so glad they came through. But aside from 6 of them, I think it was 6 or 5, the rest of the crowd, I didn't know none of them.
Okay.
And I was able to attract them. They would come. When I lost, it was like, next time, Cornerman, next time, we got you. We'll support you, Cornerman. Because I attracted to them. I gave them a reason to attract me.
Yep.
You ain't going to get that at the school show. because everybody's friends and family there. So of course they're gonna, support you. They're gonna cheer for you. Big deal. And you're concerned about a title match at a school show. Oh, I couldn't get the world title. I never even had a Johnny Rod's world heavyweight title, and I've been loyal to him since God knows when.
Right.
But I don't cry about it. You had people cry about it and left the school, left Johnny's school because he ain't giving me a push.
Yes.
Really? At a school training show? No, that's what it's called. He calls it more of a club. He doesn't want to call it. I'm probably just saying it because it's more easier for me to say, but Johnny doesn't refer to it as a school. It's more of a club and everything where you can come as many times you want. Years later, we have this guy named Larry Briscoe. He was a great shooter and collegiate wrestler, and he came by recently. Damian Dragon came back just recently. Striker, once in the blue, will come stop by. We had a guy who's helped build the new logo for Johnny Rods and the ring. He built it from scratch. He does showmanship fabrication. He even did the hell himself with WWE. He runs one of these production companies that builds things.
Oh, okay.
And he came by, and he hadn't been wrestling for a while, named Mark Viola. So we have people. That's why Johnny calls it a club, because he said if it was a school, you would have to still be paying me tuition every year. Come back. It's a club. You're a member. And then some people make fun of it. Oh, it's the wheel. But, getting back to what Devon said, he said he's not the Antichrist. You have to build your own. So I just tell people, get out there. And I try to force them to the well, but I can't. I could take them to the well, but I can't force them to drink the water.
Right on.
And I'm not. I'm going to tell you what to do. Hey, do this, that, and the third. If you're not doing it, don't cry and whine.
Right.
Or ask me to help you to get on shows. Because the moment when I stop doing shows, that's it. I'm just going to be trying to do other things. And if I could, like I said, if I could be a booker or somewhere else, or if I could somehow get some money that I don't mind spending and investing in the wrestling fed, I do a fed of my own and everything. Or if I find a good money mark or somebody that wants to be the financier, fine. But until then, I'm still going to ride these roads. My thing now, I want to do shows in states I haven't gone and do like little food videos. I love checking out new restaurants in local towns and everything. So I do that on the side and everything.
I dig it.
That's my thing now. Yeah. But Johnny Rods, man, just sitting there, like when you train under these old school people and hear the stories, Mr. Fuji, I think with a goat telling, I'm not sure if it was Pedro Morales in Hawaii. I think it was Pedro Morales, or it happened to Johnny talking about, I think it was Pedro Morales, where he was like, oh, you like goat? And everything. And he's like, yeah, okay. Mr. Fuji get you goat. And then later in the night, they put a goat in his room. Because he was familiar with, he knew like a lot of people in Hawaii, Mr. Fuji. And the goat damaged the room. And whoever it was, either Johnny or Pedro Morales, I can't recall who, had they had to pay for that incidentals. They had a goat. And Mr. Fuji was like, hey, how was goat? Goat good last night?
Mr. Fuji. Hell yeah, my man. Well, I thank you for the stories. I thank you for coming on. We'll get you on the future
anytime,
where we can hear each other both ways. It'll be even better time, I promise.
Yeah, man. It's just...
Hell yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man.
No doubt.
I always like telling the stories, like telling the Johnny stories, and let people know, and it was a golden era back in the days when I first trained to now, now we can't really go rough. Like Johnny Rods sometimes have me tone down the workout and everything. Can't be crazy because he says some of the kids are weak now. They can't handle it. They're weak. Oh, you're pushing me too much. You push me. Oh, I can't. Like, I had this one girl, I was like, yo, you got to do this. Oh, man, I can't. It's too much stress. And I'm like, whoa. And she had potential.
Right.
She had the looks. She had potential. Very athletic. And you wanted me to vouch for you. You were like, oh, you're my coach. Oh, I need your help. I need you to guide me. I was like, okay. And I'm telling you what to do. And you're, like, stressing out.
Right.
And everything. And then I was going to get her on the first show. Then she just scared out on me. Like, she's like, oh, my God. I'm like, you wanted to be on a show. Here I am giving you on a basic girl match with another newbie. It's like, because I don't want to put her against somebody with experience. It was just two newbie girls that they're going to showcase, and it was going to be out of state, so it wasn't like Johnny's show because Johnny wasn't doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got these other new kids that want to go out and party, do this on their social media, but then they're not doing nothing with their gear. They're not investing, not saving up for if I want to get them on the road. I'm like, you need money. If you get hungry, sometimes these promoters ain't gonna feed you.
Right.
Like NXT didn't have catering. Only the second time I went, they had bottled water for us. They didn't have bottled water for us. So when I saw that, it was funny because when I saw that thing that just came out, I was like, damn, September 2019, I didn't even have bottled water at NXT. December 2019, they said, hey, there's bottled water over there.
Yeah,
We had food trucks and Miller's Air House right next to the campus and everything. That was it. But I know WWE, Raw, and SmackDown, everybody that does those extra work, they always tell me about their amazing catering. But I think there was no catering. Nope. Hey, there's food trucks there if you want. And then, like I said, December 2019, they had bottled water for us.
Yeah.
But you go to some of these indie feds, they barely making it. Like I told you, like some are these tax return promoters.
Right.
So they just making it.
Wow.
So you think they're gonna have water for you or catering or anything? You're gonna have to have money to travel, food, and I tell these guys, and they were like, "Oh man," I'm like, "What do you think? What happened if you got to drive? You're gonna need money for gas and all this." I said, "There's too much instant gratification and entitlement now."
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part.
Yep. And hey, let it be known for the record, EIW had a case of water at our first show last month. There will be a case of water again this year, this month.
That's what's up.
We had that case of water just because our booker is also a wrestler, so I think he knew how important that case of water was.
No, that's good though. Some feds, I went to one fed when they called us back because that promoter was shifting management to another, and he actually went out and told the woman promoter, and she believed him. We never had catering with this dude, but he believed. I guess she believed him. It was this woman. It was called Victory Pro Wrestling out of Long Island, and I guess he said, you got to feed the guys and the girls, and she got like a deli with the heroes and had water, Gatorade.
Hell yeah!
I was like, yo, bro. I was laughing. I'm like, we never had this.
Right.
And he's like, yo, and I told the woman and her husband that I gave you guys $75, and I'm like, whoa, only the top indie guys would get 75 or 100.
Yep.
I was like, at the time when I wrestled there, I was mid-level, so he would give me like 50 or 60.
Mm-hmm.
And he just brought me back because he wanted me to, like, he hadn't seen me in a while. He wanted to just see me. So the lady just gave me 75, and he even gave all these other Johnny Rods kids that they just wanted some bodies, and they gave them 75. So she was like, oh my God. At the end of the night, I was laughing. And she was like, with all this food and everything, I need to take this home. And she overdid it with the heroes. She got a veggie one, then she got like a roast beef one, a turkey lettuce, tomato, like three like big huge things on the table.
Let's go.
And I was like, yo, bro, you really killed him, man, because you never did this. He's like, yeah, he did it on purpose. I was lying. But, not everybody's going to do that.
Nope.
That bottled water stuff. It was just, when I saw that post, I was like, whoa. I'm like, some people just can.
Right.
NXT didn't give us bottled water. Maybe they had it for, I don't even think they had it for the roster because I saw some of the roster getting food. I never see none of them with like bottled water.
There you go.
There was no stash.
Well, Matt Cardona just changed the landscape again. I bet you the majority of locker rooms have water from now on. I bet you.
Maybe that's good for like these promoters that got a lot of money. These big promoters, big tier. But not your mom and pop promoter that just making buy just to do a show. Just to get some work for the guys and girls. They can't afford that. They barely gonna. They're gonna probably pay their wrestlers maybe at most maybe $50 each at most if they get that.
Yep.
You know, depending on the crowd.
I'm learning. Believe me. Just starting a company, yeah, it takes some money. Believe me.
Yeah,
Hell
it
yeah.
takes a lot of money, then promotion to get the people to come.
Yeah. Yep. You're exactly right. That's a story for another day.
And the travel. But I tell these kids, I'm like, you got to get a shoot job or something. But then also start prioritizing. You want to go party? You want to go to hookah parties? You want to get video games? All that? Or you want to start investing in your gear? Get a gym membership, or go to one of the local city gyms that are much cheaper. Like there's some city gyms in New York, the recreation center gyms that are like $30 a year, $50 a year. You know, it's just a city gym, but it has the equipment. If you're crying that you can't pay $30 or $50 a month, go to one of these city gyms.
Right on.
There's outlets, or go to the park. New York City got some parks. They got adult gyms. Do some calisthenics. I'm not physically fit, but I don't try to look for an excuse.
Right on.
Like some days I don't go to the gym. I just walk. There's a park by, and now they got these adult parks. I'm not an amazing pull-up guy, but then I just go there. I do some calisthenics just to do something when I can't go to the gym. So it's no excuse. Then when I go, and everything. But just to show, I'm like, hey man, I'm in my 40s. I still do this. Try to still be as strict as possible. You know, have a regimen, have a routine. These kids just want instant, and then you can't even do chain. You can't chain. You can't lock up anything. You can't even kick out. Your selling is horrible. So how you don't even acknowledge the fans. So how you want to do a show?
Right.
And then you get heated quick because you don't know how to politic. It's sad, but you got to learn how to politic. You can't bring a street mentality or an aggressive mentality that on the streets, like say, if somebody disrespects you, yeah, you know, sometimes someone's hot-headed, they're going to want to fight instantly. You don't want to do that all the time. Maybe you're going to have to politic sometimes because depending where it's at, because you don't know, you may lose an opportunity because you don't know who's there at the show.
Yep. That's
so
good.
I tell people, you got to learn how to politic, man. Sometimes you got to politic, or there's a time and place. Like some people used to say, oh, someone stiffed me, you know, wait till the right moment, you stiff them back. Or, oh, my bad. Oh, man, I didn't know. And everything. Or somebody gets all glorified. Oh, I can do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Oh, the guy Larry Briscoe I told you about, it was during his later years, and he went to Colorado. He was teaching Colorado. He's like a professor. And I believe it was Colorado, Illinois. He did an indie show, and this kid they went to the back, and the kid was like, okay, man. He's like, all right, so tell me what you're going to do. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. You're going to take that. You're going to take that. And I do a hurricanrana and all this. He was going all these spots, but my friend Larry was going over. So then my friend Larry just listened to him. And he said, all I thought about was Charlie Brown's teacher.
Okay.
And then when the person said, okay, what's your finish? Elbow drop. And the kid just looked at him. He said, that's it? Yeah. So the kid was doing all these crazy moves. And then he just came off the corner like Abdullah and Dusty Rose used to do when they came out the corner and jumped in the air and just drop an elbow.
Okay.
ABC 101, elbow. That's it. And that was it. He said, and the kid just looked at him.
Simple but effective.
Like in shock. Because the kid was doing all these crazy moves. And my buddy was like, I'll take him. Oh, he's going to give me a hurricanrana.
Nice.
Oh, he's going to give me like 2 drop kicks. He's going to close my line on me. I'm going to take the bump outside the ring. Okay. So he's doing all this crazy stuff. And then he's just going to cut him off and give him a simple elbow drop. And he's like, Charlie, who got killed? He said, it looks like I got killed because I took all these moves, but who got killed? I said, the kid, because he did all of that, but he couldn't stop you. But you come in with a simple 101 elbow drop, and you get your hand raised. He said, I did that for a reason, because the kid was just saying, you take this, then I give you this. You take that, then I give you that. His words.
Yeah.
It was like more of a glorified hound.
Yep, that's how you use the words. That's a good lesson to end things on today. To think about the damn words you're using, for goodness sakes. I love it.
Great, man.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you coming on. I wish you could have heard me better, but that's okay. We made it work. I appreciate the knowledge and the stories, my man. We'll have you back on in the future for sure, and we'll do it right.
You know, if anybody wants to find me, whatever, they can find me at Juan Jeremy 100. If you want some apparel, I also have Johnny Vaz commission where I got his apparel too at my Pro Wrestling Tees. So if you want some Johnny Vaz or Cornerman, I'm at Pro Wrestling Tees, Cornerman or Cornerman Juan Jeremy. Just do the search on Pro Wrestling Tees, you'll find it and everything. And my social media, thanks to good old Canyon Seaman, have no choice. But he's smart, is at Juan Jeremy 100. JUANJEREMY 100.
Get on it. Give him a
Uniformity,
follow.
people. Keep it uniform.
Get on it. Give him a follow. Buy some shirts. It's the holiday season, by God. Go out there and spend some money on indie wrestling, one way or the other. I thank you, Bubby. We'll be back on the 4K special. You know how we do.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Kill City Cup. I got the world by the balls. I told you. I gotta beat up this belly hippie. You're exactly right. You've been warned. I'll warn you. You don't have to take your hand. Come here. Get it. Are you ready? I'm ready, baby. Oh, thank you. wins.